Okay, this is a follow-up to my Les Paul video from last time. Going to go through some of these, and first one I'm going to show is this one here. All the way up, and it's an Epic Gibson. And if we turn it around, it has I don't know if you can see it, but it says Baldwin Gibson. Genuine Gibson. Okay? Genuine Gibson Les Paul. That was made by Gibson for education. It was a low-end model, and if you notice, it does not have the Tune-o-matic bridge. However, let's take a look at this here. Look at this Les Paul. No Tune-o-matic. Why is that? Because this is a 1954 limited edition remake. Before they introduced the Tune-o-matic bridge. So if you're going to boo-hoo, oh, it doesn't have Tune-o-matic bridge, well then 54 Les Paul is a piece of crap, I guess. Let's go on to the next one. This is a nice little solid body. Nice Les Paul. It says Maestro, which if you look in Gibson's catalog, it's Maestro by Gibson. How about that? So that is actually from Gibson. Okay, here's another one. Very similar. Solid body. This is a Les Paul Special 2 Epiphone by Gibson. So this is another Gibson product. So technically it is a Gibson Les Paul. Okay. So these three definitely by Gibson, although they're not the Gibson, I guess. But hey, is Chevy Camaro a Chevy, or is only a Corvette a Chevy? Or is a Corvette a Chevy at all? Who knows? Oh my God. Now this one is not from Gibson. This is from Matsumoto Company during the what they call the lawsuit era, which wasn't really lawsuits, it was letters of desist, which nobody really had to follow because the copyright claims on looks really fell through. That was all it was. Oh, what do you got to do? Oh, we'll get around it. We won't use the trademark Gibson headstock. However, Matsumoto was one of the major manufacturers in Japan, one of the best. And the problem Gibson had with Matsumoto, as did other companies, of which Matsumoto made their guitars for them, was that Matsumoto made guitars that were often better than the ones that the major manufacturers were selling. This one, for example, has a mahogany body, a single piece maple cap, and I installed a locking nut from a Floyd Rose, just for shits and giggles. Thought that was kind of cute to put on there. Plus, keeps the springs from slipping if they do. No whammy bars, they really don't. But I thought it would look cute since it was all gold, and I had a gold locking bridge laying around with nothing to do with it. I said, well, it's all gold, let me stick that on there, it'll look cute. But that is a Matsumoto. I was going to repair some damage on it. There was a little damage right there in the corner, and I said, oh, well, you know what, it's pre-relict, so we'll leave it like that. Now, the quandary that a lot of you probably had on my original video was seeing this one here. And you're saying, that's not a Les Paul, that's an SG. Well, yes, this is a Epiphone SG. But in 1962, Les Paul sales were falling off, mostly due to Fender popularity. And Gibson decided to come out with a solid body guitar to try and compete with Fender solid bodies. And in '62, they came out with the new Les Paul. That there. And they ran it for 3 years. Les Paul contacted Gibson, who he was in partnership with, and said, take my name off of that guitar. I did not authorize it. I don't like it. It looks terrible to me. I do not want my name off it. So they took the Les Paul name off it and just put SG for solid guitar. So there's a little bit of history for you. The SG is actually a renamed Les Paul. And then they eventually brought back in a couple of years, they brought back both the Les Paul original and the new called an SG, both of which still sell today. So there's my stuff. You got 4 from Gibson here, 1 from Matsumoto, which is built awesome. I had this part, restored it. It's awesome, including the electronics, CS pots and stuff like that in it. Just wonderfully made guitar. I can't believe that I got my hands on it. It's just freaking awesome. Okay, folks, until my next annoying video, keep on picking. Whatever you're playing, have